All right, hey everybody, welcome back to Warhawk. I'm your host, Sophia Smith, and today I am joined by three fellow Warhawks who are making their mark in the College of Business and Economics through DECA. So today we're going to be kind of talking about what they do inside DECA competitions and why they've stood out among the crowd in the College of Business and Economics. So we're going to start off. You guys can introduce yourselves, your name, grade, and your major.
All right, I'll start. My name's George. I'm a sophomore here, and I'm double majoring in marketing and finance.
My name's Ellie. I'm an accounting major, and I'm also a sophomore.
My name's Sienna. I am double majoring in finance and entrepreneurship, and I'm also a sophomore.
Awesome. So before this, I was actually talking to them. I did not know they are sophomores. I'm a freshman, so it's like a little closer to home. When I was thinking you guys were all seniors, it's a little intimidating. But now that I know you're sophomores, it's a little less not scary, but not as intimidating for me. So we're going to jump into our first topic, getting to know the guests. So tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, anything interesting or that you would want to tell people.
All right, so I'm originally from Waunakee, Wisconsin. I was born in Fond du Lac. When I was 5, I moved to Waunakee. I first came here because I love the business school, love the sports history. I'm big into sports, any sports. Used to play any sport under the sun, really imaginable when I was growing up. And I really got into a little marketing because my marketing professor in high school was just amazing. I loved her. Loved the projects we did. And fun fact, I actually got to design a real ice cream product in high school through my marketing class.
Did you when you created it, did you actually manufacture it and encase it? Or was it just that's pretty cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I grew up in West End, Kewaskum area and then moved to Court, Washington about 10 years ago. And when I was there, my high school business teacher, he really got me into accounting, and that kind of just took off from there. So he got me into the business programs and stuff. But while I was there, I also got really big into music as well. So that's where I started learning clarinet, and now in college, I'm learning piano as well.
Awesome.
I'm from Solon, Wisconsin, which is near the Madison area. I was born in Madison, and then all my family is in Silson. I always was interested in business. I kind of didn't know what area I wanted to go into until I got my banking job at a credit union, a local credit union. And I was able to experience the banking industry, which made me love finance. So I decided to major in finance. And then I've had multiple family members that had started businesses, and I kind of got inspired. I also knew alumni that came from the entrepreneurship track, and she recommended it. And it really kind of just set my path here. And then I chose Whitewater because I have a lot of families here. I have a lot of alumni. I had family members working here. It's just really close to home, so it's nice to be able to visit them and meet them. Yeah.
Awesome. So what is one fact about each of you? Something I always tell people, an icebreaker, kind of beginning semester when the teacher makes you do the icebreakers in class that they dislikes. What's one fact you would tell someone?
So I actually have 2 dogs, in total 4 pets. So we have the 2 dogs, a turtle, and a gecko. But something I like to tell everyone is that I have a Dalmatian. You probably haven't seen a lot of Dalmatians in your life.
No.
So I'm one of the only people that I know that have them.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess my fun fact would be that I did competitive swimming for 8 years. My hometown's right on the lake, so growing up, learning swim lessons, getting into swimming was mandatory just for water safety. Yeah, as you're near Lake Michigan, yeah, that's a very dangerous place to be sometimes. So doing competitive swimming for 8 years was some of the best years of my life.
Yeah, a lot of swimming. Well, yeah, a lot of good coaches.
Yeah. My fun fact that actually this past winter I studied abroad in Italy, which was fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
Was it warmer there?
It was. I missed out on the cold weather here, and I am so grateful for that.
You did not miss anything fun here. That weather was not nice. So, all right. So we're gonna jump right into our second topic, getting involved in CoBE and I guess a little bit of DECA. So, how or why did each of you become DECA members, and how long have you been a part of the organization?
I became a member because of my familiarity with it. So going into high school, I was a DECA member all 4 years. And coming here, first org that I really saw was DECA.
Yeah.
So just knowing that from high school, having that experience really made me want to get involved with it.
Awesome.
Yeah, when I was in high school too, we also had a DECA chapter, but I didn't join until my junior year. Had a great time. They were some awesome people. When I came to college, though, I knew there was a DECA chapter, but I hadn't been intending to join at all.
Yeah.
And then I decided Involvement Fair was around. I might as well just stop by. And then stopped by, learned information, went to the first meeting, and just kind of stuck around ever since.
Also.
Yeah, I also did DECA in high school for 4 years, and then I was president for 1 year there. When I got here, I was a little iffy on if I wanted to continue it. So then my two EU leaders and my peer mentor were involved in DECA, and I'm like, maybe that's a sign. Yeah, you just do it.
Awesome. So you said all three of you guys like were members of DECA in high school. Like, I don't even know if my high school had a DECA chapter, but that's pretty cool that like your guys' high schools offered that and you were able to get involved like before coming here, and then had a little bit of experience once you like came to Whitewater and joined. So that's some pretty cool stuff. I wish my high school had more student orgs like that. So next question, like, I know when I was reading about like the news article about you guys winning, it said that like I think all three of you like hold a position in DECA. So if you guys want to briefly talk about like your position title and a little bit of what you do as like a leader, having a leadership role in DECA.
Yeah, so I serve as the vice president of marketing, so I control pretty much all marketing activities for the organization. Right now, what I do a lot of graphic design, so designing advertisements, whether it's digital or printout papers. And I control a lot of our marketing mix as well, so creating reels, posts for the Instagram, things of that sort. I also do a lot of classroom talks. I run our involvement fair, and then I also send out emails to members of each group.
And for you, since you said you're like a marketing major, I think that's really cool that you're able to be like the VP of marketing and get that real world experience of something that you might want to like use in your future career. So cool.
Yeah, and then I'm the vice president of external relations. Sorry. So what I do is essentially a lot of the behind the scenes work. So I make a lot of the forms for people to fill out. I manage our Canvas, Connect to website, anything relating to public information in the online space. And then I also handle our alumni contacts. So I email them, I write newsletters out to them every month, and just kind of help keep those connections externally. Cool.
I'm the vice president of fundraising. So what I do is I get our sponsors, I organize fundraising events, and kind of develop new fundraising ideas.
Awesome. So like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Like when you guys got those positions, did you have to like get voted in, or was it kind of just like an open like drawing of like, oh, it's open and you got to do it, or did they have like an election type thing for all three of those positions?
I could answer that one. So we had to submit an application with like our resume, what positions we were interested in, and write a little bit about why we at each position. And then we were invited to an interview with the president and the chapter advisor. So it was like a full professional interview. Yeah, I'm very full business professional. It's like a panel, so to say. So it's the president and a couple seniors generally, and then the advisor. And then they ask you questions based on your position to apply for, and then they go through all the candidates, and then the president will select their team for an email and call.
Awesome. So like, was there a lot of competition? Because again, you guys are all sophomores, and I think that's pretty cool that all of you guys hold the VP position at that like grade level. Do you think for you that was like challenging, or it was just more motivation to like get the position just because of some people might say like, oh, upperclassmen deserve to have those positions, but all three of you got voted in or got the position at the grade level you were at. So is that like something you're proud of, challenging, or was it more motivation for you to achieve that?
I mean, it definitely was a little bit more intimidating to learn that like it were a lot of upperclassmen applying, and it was motivating now to get the position, and like as long as she showed that we were passionate about like EK Niners and Gamesland, it really made you stand out from the other people that applied. But it wasn't too bad because
in DECA, we're kind of like a post community.
Yeah.
So it's like, it wasn't like too much the pressure on like the actresses and stuff.
And then everybody's kind of just like supporting you as well.
Yeah.
Moving or like adding on to that, so do you guys get to hold the position for like the rest of your like college career, or do you have to get like re-elected into it, or are you guys gonna like try to apply for a higher position next year?
Yeah, everyone has to reapply at the end of the year. So, coming up here, I think in April.
Yeah, that's spring break time.
Yeah, we start to reapply. All positions are open. No one's safe, so to say. So it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think that goes back to, I always tell people on this podcast, like, the opportunity, and not that it was easy for you guys to get those positions, but like you said, everybody has an opportunity that, or has a chance to get in a position of leadership role. So I think that's a really cool thing that Whitewater has, is that all their clubs are inclusive to everybody, and everybody gets an equal chance to become something in a club. So kind of last question for our second topic. What would you guys tell someone who is interested in joining DECA, or why they should join?
So, starting off, I'd say the first thing I'd tell someone is that it's club for everyone.
Yeah.
So, with a lot of the clubs you see here in CoBE, they're either emphasis in marketing or sales or something else. DECA, it's open to all majors, all areas of business. I feel like that's their calling card.
Yeah.
Do you have anything more to add to that?
Yeah, with the areas of business we cover entrepreneurship, marketing, hospitality and tourism, business management and administration, and corporate finance. We kind of cover all the main subjects of CoBE. And then, yes, marketing. Sorry, I forgot one. But it's really open to anybody outside of those major areas too. We have general members who aren't even in CoBE, and they still gain a lot of valuable experience, because it's not just business practice, it's also presentation and interview practice as well. And those professional development skills are really great foundations to build on.
I know when I was making a short video highlighting like 3 organizations, I highlighted AMA and Enactus, and then I did a little spiel about DECA, and that was like the one thing I noticed was how there's no specific, like you guys were saying, there's no major specific. So I think that's just like so good that anybody can get involved, and there's an opportunity for everybody. So we're going to jump into our third topic, talk about your virtual case simulation. So give us a brief rundown of what exactly the competition is and what happens during it. Who wants to start?
Go ahead.
Let's go down there.
First, though, that's probably why they looked at me.
Basically, we all ran a football team in a stadium and contestants. So we all had the same business, essentially.
But what differentiated our scores were the profits, like how much you made. Well, you can control your team, you can control marketing, you can control your fashion prices. And it was basically a bunch of trial and error. You can try as many times as you want within a 10-day period, and they just took your best score.
So I know that like each of you technically got like a separate place, but did you work as a team or as an individual? You said like you had like a football team, so to speak. So like what was it, working together or separately, or just kind of a little bit of both?
At first, we were all working in the video days. But then I think we all kind of realized the opportunity that we would have had to sweep the podium, which not a lot of people can do.
Yeah.
So I think at that point, you all kind of just teamed up and
it wasn't like giving each other the direct answers either. It's more of just like the helpful tips and tricks on what guys like. We weren't using the exact same numbers at all, and there was also a randomization to it as well. So all of our simulations were wildly different at times.
You guys were just kind of supporting each other and trying to help each other win, so to speak.
Yeah, it's also luck was like,
and
there's also like concerts you could choose, and then it would randomly generated what con case you can get, and it kind of messed up somebody.
So other people kind of had higher chances versus other people what they were given.
But we kind of just like give and like, helping a little bit. You didn't want, it's still competition to every of us.
Yeah, I would still withholding a little bit. Yeah. All right, so you said it was like a 10-day period, and obviously you 3 were sort of competing against each other. But how many other students were like involved in this competition, or you were actually competing against for those podium spots?
I looked at the article. Over 100 KJ members.
Dang. So was it all like people from different chapters of DECA that were competing.
Yep.
Wow. And then kind of a sub question: where did the competition take place? Like you said, 10 days. So, like, did you guys go somewhere for 10 days, or was it just like you're living your normal life and then you work on the competition like at the end of the day or something? Like, where exactly did it take place?
Yeah, it was an online simulation, so we could kind of do it on our own time. It was just finding time during our DECA to sit down and run 3 hours on it.
Interesting. So you said 10 days. So, like, how many hours through all those 10 days did you guys actually like spend?
When you break it down, you probably got like our winnings were probably less than minimum wage for each hour. That's well, you can say that we're gonna go on the podium at international. Yeah. It's like the highlight.
I feel like that experience is a lot more valuable than you want to be from it.
Yeah, and breaking rights for CoBE.
Yeah. I mean, they have that whole thing like under the stairs. Yeah. Every single time I walk in the building, I see that.
Yeah, we saw that when we came back from school, and we were like, oh, because I had no idea that they were making that.
Yeah. We gotta ask them. You guys should put it in like your office or something. So, how did it feel to like win/land those podium spots? Did your work pay off?
I feel like it did. I mean, I was working to win, but so I guess in that sense my work didn't, but I'm just happy with the podium spot.
Yeah, the last 30 minutes that the competition was live was very nerve-wracking because the fourth place person was running a simulation during that time. Me and Tiana, we didn't have enough time to finish another simulation. I know you were still doing one, but we were just like essentially just watching the clock and hoping that he wouldn't get 2 million more than we did.
Yeah, profits. But it was funny because all of us were doing it to the last minute. But I just was really relieved when it code down, you could see that we got it, and we stay out by the cut more.
Awesome. So, you guys were kind of talking about like how you won money, but the experience was worth more than the money. So, like, what did you take away from the competition, and how will it benefit you in your future?
I feel like, for me at least, what I talk about from this experience is the resume potential.
Yeah.
So, having employers ask you, hey, you got second in this virtual-based business simulation. Like, can you tell me more about it?
Yeah.
So, just like being able to tell them, hey, I got this real business experience from simulation. Like, I tried things, I failed things. This shows like, hey, I can do this in the real world experience from now.
Yeah, I really appreciated being able to take away like improved skills in like financial analysis.
Yeah.
Because analyzing profits of one concert versus profits of another, paying concessions prices, is this too high, is it too low? Like, I feel like I really leveled up my skills in DECA to analyze those numbers.
Wait, for me, it kind of like, the carbon competition and really motivating. Like, knowing that George was kind of like it.
Yeah. And just it motivates you to try to be him.
Really motivating me to like do more and keep on trying.
Awesome. So, another sub question of that. So, like, you mentioned internationals. Like, is that going to be the same thing you guys just did, or just because you placed the top 3 spots, all 3 you get to go to internationals? And like, what is that competition going to look like for you guys?
We actually don't. Well, we compete in our own separate ways there, but we don't actually compete in the virtual business simulation anymore. There, we get to get our names called, go up on the podium, and receive. Do we receive a Sophie?
I think we received a certificate.
We received I think like a big check and then
Okay.
one of those really big ones.
So yeah.
Awesome. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we automatically did international. You could say you can. Yeah, no, so.
Awesome. So, we're gonna jump into our topic 4, our closing topic. It's kind of, when I was typing this out, I kind of made it long, but what is one piece of advice you would give someone who's in your shoes or planning to take the same path as you? You guys can either like individually answer. All 3 of you can kind of give the same advice. Whatever you guys want. It can be DECA related, not DECA related, but I always try to end with like piece of advice for whoever's watching this, can hopefully use it in their life.
I'm just gonna say my personal motto that I try to live by is to try everything.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
You never know. That event you skip out on.
Yeah.
That person you have that coffee chat with could be an opportunity of a lifetime that you're missing out on. So just do everything.
Yeah, mine is kind of similar to that. One of my biggest regrets in high school was not joining DECA sooner. And like that kind of just can apply to any club. Go to the involvement fair, see everything. Just go to that first meeting at least. Just get involved. Because the amount I've already learned and experienced just from being involved with the club has been astounding. Like, I've grown so much in just half a year at Haven at this point.
Also, yeah, and I would say it's just starting out that you should be confident. Like, just put yourself out there.
Confidence is key in the business world. Yeah, and it shows. So very much confidence and
You find a lot more success in going out of the comfort zone.
Awesome. That is a lot of great advice. So, I'll give you guys one last opportunity. If there's anything you want to say to someone who might be watching this about joining DECA, I mean, like, for you guys, what is the best, like, thing you've gotten out of being a part of DECA? And what would someone watching this might want to hear if they're thinking about joining?
Definitely the opportunity to compete. I feel like through competition, I've been able to build my skills more, meet more people, and just have the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the meeting people facet has been amazing for me because Whitewater isn't too far from home, so there's people I know here, but just being able to get close connections with people related to a major that you just haven't met before, it's been amazing. Like, I even found my roommate next year through DECA, and also a lot of other people have too through other clubs, so it's a great way to connect with other people and get to know others.
Yeah, and to basically combine both of the pieces, like, could travel, like, to say internationals with people that you just stay a friend and you're close with is double fun because after college, it's not going to be that many opportunities where you can just, like, go on a cheaper vacation and compete with other people.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for being on this podcast and talking about your experience with DECA. That's all we have for today. So I want to thank everybody who was watching this podcast. I hope you enjoyed our talk about DECA. I strongly suggest that you guys either get involved in DECA or any other student organizations. There's so many opportunities here at Whitewater for them. And yeah, that's all we have. So this is Warhawk to Warhawk, episode 6. I'm your host, Sophia Smith, and thank you guys for watching. We will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.